We live in a world that often forces us to be perfect, to hide our flaws, and to present a version of ourselves that is untouchable, flawless, and shiny. But the truth is, perfection is an illusion. It's a mask we wear to protect ourselves from feelings of vulnerability, inferiority, and shame. Let me tell you one thing. Those masks don't protect us. They only isolate us. They prevent us from truly connecting with others, experiencing true love, and living authentically. The journey to wholeness begins when we stop hiding our imperfections and start embracing them. It's easy to feel ashamed of our mistakes, our shortcomings, and the parts of ourselves that we think others will judge. We all have moments when we feel like we're not worthy or good enough. But the fact is, shame thrives in silence. It grows when we bury it, when we pretend it doesn't exist, when we try to suppress it and hide it from the world. When we are ashamed and recognized and shared, we have been removed. We began to restore our history, our experiences, and flaws. When we acknowledge our imperfections, they no longer control us. Instead, they become part of our wholeness, part of our humanity. Imperfections are not something to be feared, they are something to be celebrated. The reality is that it is our imperfections that make us relatable, that make us lovable, that make us worthy of connection. We are not defined by our mistakes or our flaws, but by how we embrace them, how we learn from them, and how we show up in the world despite them. When we allow ourselves to be imperfect, we open the door for others to do the same. We create a space where vulnerability is expected, where people can be real with each other without fear of judgment. Shame thrives in secrecy, but connection thrives in vulnerability. When we share our struggles, our fears, our imperfections with others, we allow them to see us as we truly are. And in doing so, we create deeper, more meaningful connections. The act of sharing our imperfections, of showing up as we are, invites others to do the same. The journey toward embracing imperfection requires courage, because it means letting go of the need to control how others perceive us. It means releasing the idea that we must be flawless to be loved or valued. It means being willing to be authentic in all our vulnerabilities. When we do this, we no longer carry the burden of shame. We no longer hold ourselves to impossible standards. Instead, we begin to live authentically, no longer afraid of others' judgments, no longer feeling the pressure to be someone we are not. So, let go of your fear of imperfection. Let go of your pursuit of perfection. Embrace your messy, beautiful, imperfect parts, because it is in those imperfections that your true strength lies. It is in those moments of vulnerability that you discover your greatest strength. When you stop hiding, when you stop pretending, when you allow yourself to show your true, imperfect self, you will find that you are good enough, just the way you are now. And this is where true connection, true belonging, and true joy are found.